Guys, it's Guiana. I'm back with another video. The sun is not shining super hard today, so the lighting isn't the best on here, but hopefully you can see me well. Um, so I wanted to come on here today and talk to you all about two things. Wolves in sheep's clothing and these terms king and queen being thrown around. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the wolves in sheep's clothing issue. Um, Lately, especially today, you see a lot of people all of a sudden fighting for certain things and speaking up on certain things that um, either A, benefit them in some sort of way, B, they don't have anything else to really attach themselves to, so they got to find something, or C, just want to look like something. You know, you really got to be careful with what you take in um, from people and from what they teach. And the reason I say that is because not everything that someone teaches is necessarily right or wrong. You have to know what to take in and what to accept as truth, and then you have to know what to leave behind or what to research yourself further. So, for instance, there's certain people that I listen to, and I might not agree with certain things that they're saying as far as being the chosen race or being the true this or that or whatever. But I might agree with some of the other things that they're saying. You know, you don't. We're since we're all individuals and we're all so different. I don't think that there's just one person that, we all have our own truths, and so you see a lot of people that all of a sudden, they did this or they did that and they've changed and they're such great people now and they're not causing any issues and they just want peace and they just want to be cool and they just, all this, they just have seen the light and they're just a whole new changed person, right? I do believe that people change because I've changed, but you have to have actions that back that up. And sometimes with those actions, that includes apologizing for when you were wrong, um, picking up where you left off, and accepting the fact that, hey, I did this, I need to correct this, and then I'll continue on. Um, you can't trust people that continue to show them who you are, and then one day they're cool, and then next thing you know, they're right back to who they are once they're around certain people or doing certain things. You don't need to be around that. You don't need to, because you're susceptible to certain, especially when you're going through your process of changing your life, you're so um easily manipulated by thinking, oh, like everything's great now when it's not, just because somebody who, you know treated you so horribly once all of a sudden, wants to be your friend again, or wishes you the best or whatever. Because some people, they'll wish you the best and they really don't mean it. Especially if it's an enemy, you are supposed to wish your enemies well. And like, just like with me, I wish my enemies well, and I wish them blessings because I know that I'll be blessed by doing that, and that, we don't want to see other people hurting or suffering, but payback will happen. It's not for you to worry about it, it's for God. You just need peace in your life to know, hey, these people did me wrong, and I'm just going to wish them well, because you harboring that resentment, you holding on to that, it's just holding you back, and it's just keeping you from your blessings and from your destiny. But beware of those people. It can be family. I have family that are wolves, and when I say that, I love them dearly. But I can always, there's usually a shift that'll happen if you deal with them long enough. Or they'll start throwing, the little low shots, or they'll say something slick. And that goes for family, that goes for friends, who might constantly want to remind you of the past. And at that point, I don't even know if those would be the same types of friends that you'd want. But they love to remind you, or, oh, I don't judge you for doing this or doing that. Well, why are you constantly bringing it up? You know what I mean? Like, obviously you're trying to hold me back, you're trying to keep me from being able to live up to who I fully am. So yeah, be careful and ask God to show you who your enemies are, because you don't want to be doing, you don't want to, if they see the success, that's fine, but you don't want to set up in front of them, giving them something, giving them like easy access to destroy everything it is that you've worked so hard for, even if that's just a peace of mind, you know? And then you can even find yourself thinking that you're being nice or thinking that you're being understanding or helpful. And I guarantee you, it'll either be used against you or it's gonna backfire. Okay. And I'm speaking from experience. So you just have to know everybody doesn't get to eat at the table with you. At this point, especially with the world today, things are changing. It's going to continue to change. We live in a completely different society, okay? And so you have you have the free will and you have the freedom to not surround yourself with people that don't mean you well. At the end of the day, if they don't mean you well, you gotta cut them off. You gotta stay away from them. And even if they're like, you're acting funny, or why are you acting like that, or they know why. Don't let them trick you and make you think, oh well, I didn't explain to them, or I need to explain to them why. No, they know why. They know why. And just because you forgive people doesn't mean you have to associate with them. Let them be. Let them go on and live their lives and do them. And you continue to walk your path, because everything's going to come to the light. And when it comes to the light, you're going to have a front row seat, if you even care to have a front row seat, you know? Um, but there's so many wolves. So they know how to dress themselves up, they know how to make it look good, they know how to, have the little soft spoken, pretty voice. They know how to, what else? Warmly invite you into their home. They know how to dress it up. They know how to, but we can't see their heart. But you know a person by their fruits, and so if they're bearing bad fruits, then that right there will tell you, something ain't right about this. Leave it alone, cut it off. It has nothing, really. At the end of the day, it has nothing to do with you. You don't have to carry that as a burden. So I wanted to talk about that, pray about that, the wolves in sheep's clothing, and like we all ourselves as well have issues and things that we need to work on, and ask God to show you. I have things that I still have to work on, that I'm still working on, and I have to catch myself, and I have to repent, and I have to just try to learn from it and continue to grow. So that's that. I also wanted to talk about this whole kings and queens thing, okay? So for some reason, everybody, wants to walk around. Well, I don't know if it's everybody, maybe just some of the people I've been exposed to, calling themselves kings and queens, and are nowhere close to that. Okay. Um, when you're walking around calling yourself a king or a queen or whatever, now, and I understand, like, sometimes we have to, like, use positive reinforcement with ourselves, and we have to, lift ourselves up and build ourselves up. But when you refer to yourself as a king or queen, with that, you can't help but attach that to peasants. Okay. So if I'm the queen and I got the king, you know, we must have some peasants. And that's not how this is. We all have, I mean, well, not, I don't know if we all do, but white, black, Mexican, Chinese, you don't know if you have royalty running through your veins, because you may. I'm sure a lot of us walking around here do. Even if you're white, even if you're, whatever race you are. It's not just blacks. And I understand that for so long, we had these negative connotations and negative stereotypes behind who we were. And so now we've taken that whole king, queen, god, goddess type thing, and have turned it into something else that it never was intended to be, because there is no race above any other race. You're chosen if you are a follower of Jesus Christ. Somewhere in the Bible it says, like, nor Greek nor Jew, or something, like, no, like in the Old Testament, there were chosen people. But now it's whoever believes in Jesus Christ, whoever follows him, his teachings, and obviously believing in God. I'm not trying to get all into like the religion stuff right now, but a king, I looked it up on my phone because I was like, what is the definition of a king? A king or feminine queen, a supreme ruler, sovereign over a nation or territory of higher rank than any other secular ruler except an emperor, to whom a king may be subject. So, that's what a king is. Well, I'm just looking for my king. Well, I'm just looking for my queen. And I don't know if this video, it might get, some negative reviews or whatever. I mean, okay, fine. I'm not trying to start nothing. But that whole king and queen, like, what have you did for the nations? Because last I checked, a lot of people walking around calling themselves kings and queens just got done cussing somebody out, or just got done using drugs, or just got done, uh, you know, doing some stuff that wasn't right. No, who are you reigning over? Who are you ruling over? I mean, that's like me walking around calling myself a celebrity. I'm a celebrity. I'm a celebrity. Or, I don't know. There's other, because I'm trying to think big, you know, and king and queen, that's up there. So I'm like, come on. Now, if you're fooling yourself, that's one thing. I mean, go on, have at it. But I don't see no kings and queens around here. I see some chosen people, and I see very few chosen people. And the chosen ones are the ones out here making a difference on the front line, not sitting back thinking they all that, thinking. And this video isn't targeted toward anyone specifically, but we need to humble ourselves, um, and really, take a step back, because I don't see anything that's going on in today's society very royal. So I don't know. But yeah, to where we're all beautiful people, we're all um, gods, we're all loved, we're all that. But all that, I'm this, I'm that. And I completely understand that, we as Black people have been oppressed for so long. And it's just another trap to consider yourself above anybody else. You know, we're all brothers and sisters, regardless of creed, nationality, race, origin, religion, whatever. So I just had to touch on those two things. Please share this video, comment down below, and let me know what y'all think. I will be talking to you all later, beautiful people, and stay blessed, be blessed, and be a blessing. Bye.